Hello everyone, my name is Candace Sherwood, and today I want to talk to you about alternative energy. So a couple weeks ago I was reading this article in the Los Angeles Times, and it was discussing how the national average for gas was $3.94. I remember when I first moved to Georgia when a gallon of gas cost 89 cents. And then I thought about it a little bit more, and I was like, should a gallon of gas really cost more than a gallon of milk? The LA Times article continued to express how people have become complacent and, okay with these high gas prices and the great fluctuations that we have been seeing, and it's almost become the norm, and people don't see that it's an issue anymore. And should this really be the case? Should we be complacent with these high gas prices, or should we look to different means of powering our houses and fueling our cars and stuff like that? Should we combat this? So, renewable resources is something that we could look at to tackle this issue. Renewable resources include water, sunlight, wind, and harnessing these things, which are renewable, they're replenished by the earth, could be used to power houses, fuel cars, power factories and industries if we harness this energy in a proper manner. Not only will this have a financial impact on, the world, but environmentally, it'll be greatly beneficial as well. So today I just want to discuss 3 different means of harnessing, renewable resources using wind energy, water, and sunlight. And then I want to go into the financial benefits of pursuing these different resources, as well as the environmental benefits of doing it as well. So according to the National Renewable Energy Library, energy consumption between 2000 and 2020 is supposed to increase 33%. Currently, the resources that we use, which is oil, coal, and natural gas, are non-renewable. Translating this a little bit further, there's going to reach a point where our consumption or projected consumption will outdo the resources that we currently have. And we'll be in trouble at that point, because it may not be 10 years from now or 50 years from now or 100 years from now, but there will be a point where these resources run out. And rather than waiting for that time to arrive, we should look to be proactive and try and find different resources before we reach that point. And water, wind, and sunlight can be used to help combat this, as I had said earlier. Building a dam across a river can harness enough energy to produce electricity to power homes in the local area. And actually, 10% of the electricity, generated in the United States is generated from dams. And sunlight can be used, not only for heat and light, but it can also be used for power. And the solar cells that people use, or that are currently being made, can take this light energy and convert it into electricity. And, these solar cells can be placed on top of houses, or they can be placed on top of cars, and they have great potential, as a renewable resource. Another one that we could use is wind energy, or wind turbines, similar to something that I've made here. This is a wind turbine. And information that I obtained from Argonne National Laboratory studies shows that some wind turbines can produce as much as 50 kilowatts of energy, but there's others that can produce up to 2 megawatts of electricity. So there's a lot of potential there as well. And these resources, these wind turbines and things of that nature, have been used to charge batteries, to power homes, to power telecommunication dishes, and to pump water. So let's talk a little bit about financial benefits of pursuing these different types of resources. So the starting cost, it is known that it is higher than what is typically used today, because you have to put some manpower into building these dams, and the solar cell material is really expensive right now, and installation and preparation for the wind turbines is costly, and building and maintaining the dams can be a bit of an issue. But more research is needed to bring these costs down. If we research these different alternative resources and try and modify and optimize the, materials used to, build the solar cells and create the dams and build the wind turbines, we can bring these costs down. But at the end of the day, more money, more time, and more energy will need to be invested initially so that we can see the cost benefit in the end. The cost diminishes once you have this startup completed, because you don't have to worry about fueling these resources. You don't have to worry about transporting the energy or the fuel that is going to be used, and the resources will not disappear. It's renewable. It's the air that you breathe, it's the water that you drink, it's the sunlight that you see when you walk outside every day. And environmentally, this will do wonders, because the National Geographic states that a lot of the source of the greenhouse gases that are causing problems in the environment right now stem from the non-renewable resources that we use. The combustion of the fossil fuels that are used in the cars, and they're used to power the homes and things like that. And wind energy is clean. Wind energy is the air that you breathe. It's naturally present. The water and the solar energy, they're non-polluting as well. The sunlight can be used to produce energy, and there's no harmful byproducts. And the hydropower, although there are some issues with the fish ecosystems, modifications to dams are being made to fix this and to try and minimize the effects that it has on the fish ecosystems. So wrapping everything up, we need to focus and pay more attention to these natural, alternative, and renewable resources. The current resources that we're using aren't permanent, and they are harmful to the environment. And the wind, water, and sunlight can have financial and environmental impacts that are immense. And we need to be more proactive instead of just, waiting for the issue to be right at our front door. We need to take a more proactive approach. Thank you for your attention.